Hey, how's it going?
It's going, yeah, yeah. It's early out here, so I just woke up, so I
Oh, well,
apologize
okay.
if I'm groggy or whatever.
All right, I won't ask you any challenging questions.
Good, yeah, good.
No math questions.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm not ready for those.
Well, thanks for joining me. I'm
No,
really
thank you.
digging the new song Cancel Culture. So, yeah, it seems to be a huge topic in popular culture lately. I don't know if you've seen Paper Tiger by Bill Burr, the stand-up comedian.
I haven't.
Yeah, he seems to talk a lot about cancel culture, and I know South Park kind of mocked it in a few
Mhm.
episodes. But what was your choice to kind of tackle this conversation in a song?
Well, it was just it was current events. It was things that were happening at the time. We started writing this track during a pandemic and an election. Um, and there was just so many things that were going on uh, during that time. It was, first of all, it was really challenging as a band, trying to write a song individually, right? And then everyone comes together. All these parts of the song are pieced together. Um, and it's difficult when you can't meet as or join each other as a group because of the pandemic. And I'm just rambling on. All right, cancel culture, the fact that they were taking away our freedom of expression.
I
Yeah,
agree.
freedom of expression, especially online, social media. It was challenging times, and I feel like everybody should have a right to be able to express themselves, whether they're on the left or on the right. Everyone should be entitled to their own opinion. And the fact that all these fact checkers were taking that away from people on the left and on the right, it was a big mess. If you weren't following a certain direction or a path politically, you know, um, they would completely just block you out, block your opinion out. If you didn't see it a certain way or the media's way, it was just, you're wrong. You're wrong for this. You're not entitled to believe what you want to believe, and they would either cancel your accounts, they would delete your posts, and it was a big mess.
No, I definitely think it's an attack on freedom of speech, and that's what's supposed to be great about this country is being able to express your thoughts and opinions without being attacked because one person doesn't agree with your opinion.
Of course, yeah, yeah. In simple terms, that's exactly what it is, and they did it to, a lot of people may not agree with them, but they also did it to the president of the United States. It's like, whoa, they blocked him out too. It's just like, hey, people may hate him or whatever, but it's still the United States of America, and you have the right to say whatever you want to say.
Exactly. No, but it's a really cool song, and so Taj is kind of new to the band. I know she joined just over a year ago. Very badass. So how did you go about finding her? I know you guys auditioned a lot of people.
Yeah, she is a badass. First of all, she's such a great vocalist. She's a huge talent. Um, well, it was funny because we, as a band, we were trying out different vocalists, and it just wasn't working out. We could have literally filmed a reality show, and it would have been so much comedy because different personalities coming in and out, trying out, and some guy came dressed as a pirate, and he had like it was just the weirdest thing. He's like, "Yeah, I want to try it for Fused by Defiance, and I know how to rap too." I'm just like, yeah, but you don't look the part, man. You look weird. You look like Captain Sparrow. It was weird, and it got to the point where we almost gave up. Uh, and Taj is literally the last person that we tried out, and I was at the brink of just calling it quits. I was like, let's just forget it. She comes in, You know, she was the only female that tried out. Um, and she seemed very quiet, very shy at first. And then we started playing our songs. We played 4 songs. She nailed each and every one of those songs to the T. And, you know, I noticed with the band, you know, as we were jamming out, because we were doing it so often, we were trying out different singers. We got tired and we weren't headbanging to our music anymore. Um, and she comes in, and I notice I turn to my right because I'm always on the left. I turn to my right, I see our bassist, our rhythm guitarist, and our drummer just into the music. I'm like, whoa, I'm headbanging too. She brought that energy back to us. I'm like, this is the one. This is the girl right there. And apparently, she came in with a concussion, and she didn't tell us until after.
Oh,
She's
that's
like,
rock and roll.
yeah, yeah, exactly. If that's not rock what is, but she came in with a concussion, and even with that, you know, she was able to memorize all the lyrics, and you know, it was an easy decision after that.
Yeah, definitely. She was definitely a shoe in if she can do all that and get you headbanging to your songs again.
Yeah, no, it
That's
was
not a
great.
sign I don't know what is.
Exactly, exactly.
That's really cool. And so, as a guitarist, I wanted to ask you about your favorite guitarist. I mean, who would you consider to be the top three shredders,
Top three
guitar players?
shredders. Oh wow, that's a great question actually. I'm influenced by a ton of guitarists, and yes, mostly shredders. It could range anything from like Paul Gilbert from Racer X to, you know, Steve Vai and his, you know, amazing legato techniques and everything. But honestly, my number one influence, and I think is the guy who is probably the most influential in the metal community and rock and roll, would have to be Eddie Van Halen.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Eddie
rest
Van
in
Halen
peace.
is, yes, he is the innovator, and because of Eddie Van Halen, metal is what it is today. You know, his band and his style of music came out in the 70s when disco was a thing, and disco was, you know, dominating the charts. And then here comes Eddie Van Halen with, you know, his band Van Halen One, the album Van Halen One, and they just, you know, created a sound that has never been heard before. You know, you go from the Bee Gees to like Eruption or Ain't Talking About Love. It's just like boom, it blows everybody's mind. You know, and you know, all of his techniques are still used today, and it's just, and I use him all the time. He's my number one.
Well, that's a good choice to have. Yeah, I know he's influenced so many musicians, and he's definitely
Mhm.
missed in the community, the rock music community.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So, what's next for Fused by Defiance? What should people be on the lookout for?
More music. Uh, More music, hopefully when things open up again and go back to normal. More shows. We have a lot of things in the works. We have more interviews, which I'm not great at.
You're
but
doing great.
we have more interviews with management and all kinds of business aspects. Not even, it's not just music, but you know, it's marketing and all this stuff. And things are looking great because cancel culture has actually it's really brought um, it's really taken off. You
Yeah.
know, yeah, no, it's gaining a lot of momentum. It's gaining traffic, and it's gotten the attention of certain people. We've even gotten some radio airplay on 95.5 KLOS. That's a big rock and roll station here in LA. So it's looking up. We're going to be busy this year, hopefully, if it allows us.
Oh, that's awesome, guys. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not surprised. It's a well-produced song, and I think it's one that people can really resonate with. So,
I believe so. Yeah, especially nowadays. Mm.
and your music is like a fusion of different genres, like rock, metal, rap. So, where would you say each member kind of contributes to the sound?
Well, well, that's where the name Fused by Defiance comes into play. Um, it's pretty much us fusing together, uniting as a band, and define the genre of rock and roll. We're not just, influenced by metal. So we're not going to be categorized as a new metal band because, we incorporate rap into our rock. When people ask me, what type of music do you guys play? I just tell them rock and roll. I tell them that, we play whatever sounds good. If it sounds good, we're going to play it. We're not just trying to stay in one genre, one category of metal. We're trying to just kind of expand everything, and everyone is influenced by different bands. And, my guitarist's favorite band is Korn. So they're a huge new metal band. My bassist John, he's into the more classic rock, and he loves Rush and other bands. I myself, obviously Van Halen, but I'm also into other good things like As I Lay Dying, a great metalcore band, and Arch Enemy, Michael Jackson. It could be anything. So everyone has their own influence, and they have their own input, and we were just able to kind of fusion and make it work, and put together something that sounds a little bit different than other bands.
Yeah, I love that. It keeps things, fresh and exciting. If everyone kind of just sounded the same,
Mhm.
music would be so boring.
Right, yeah. No, and we that's exactly what we do. We defy the rules of just staying in one category.
That's really cool. Is there one place that you guys are hoping to play, once live music begins again? Like a place you haven't performed yet that is on your bucket list?
That we haven't performed it. Oh wow. Well, if you live out here in Los Angeles, it definitely has to be either Staples Center or the Forum, right? That's a dream come true. But we've hit up places like the House of Blues. We've played a bunch of House of Blues shows. We had a big show at in Santa Ana at the Observatory. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that one.
No, I
Um,
haven't been there.
yeah, we opened up for POD, the band. It was a sold out show, and that's actually a place I want to go. I want to go back. I want to go back to that show. It was amazing. It was definitely a concert setting versus your average dive bar or small venue where after you're finished with the song you hear people's claps, individual claps. It's
Yeah.
nice. This time, we were at, it was a concert setting, so we heard like the roar. It's like wow, it was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it like gave you goosebumps.
It did, yeah, it did, yeah, and it doesn't make me nervous. It actually gets me a little bit more pumped.
Yeah, I'm sure it like gets the adrenaline going and you just want it
It
to
does.
keep flowing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, hopefully sooner than later that will happen again.
I hope so. I hope you're right.
I'm counting down the days.
Yeah, well, same here.
Well, I really appreciate your time, Kevin, and I can't wait to see what else you guys have coming and wish you the best of success and everything.
I appreciate that. Thank you.